Hello viewers, welcome to the lecture. Today we are going to see a case study on regenerative braking. So before into the case study, we must know the meaning of regenerative braking. So this regenerative braking is one of the technology which is efficiently used nowadays in automobile. I will tell you a example. Please consider a ceiling fan. So in the ceiling fan, what we do is we switch on. So what happens is the electricity flows to the motor present inside the ceiling fan. So what happens? The electrical energy is converted into a mechanical energy. That means electricity is passed inside the motor, so the motor spins. So the ceiling fan produces air by rotating, right? So this is what one thing, that is the working of the motor. So I am linking the same concept with the vehicle. Now you are giving an energy to the vehicle. So what happens? The vehicle starts rotating, the wheel starts rotating, the vehicle starts propelling, right? So what happens here is, once after a certain distance, if you are likely to stop that vehicle, so what we will do? We will apply the brake. So before applying the brake, what we will do? We will cut off the acceleration, right? So what happens? After cut off of acceleration, the wheel starts spinning independently. So this independent motion is used to generate the electricity. So in other words, the same ceiling fan, when you turn off, what happens? The electricity flow is cut off from the circuit board. So just the motor spins independently. So this spinning action is used to convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy. That is nothing but the working principle of a generator. So this principle is used to power demands or supply the electricity or generate the electricity or charge the vehicle battery while running. So this is the efficient concept running following in the recent trends. So today we will discuss with our students how are the technologies involved in generating electricity on a running vehicle. So this is an important case because we need to supply the energy demands accordingly, or else the vehicle or the user, if the energy demand is high, then he or she cannot use the vehicle and they need some energy in order to use the vehicle again. So this is what a main thing in nowadays electric vehicle as well as IC engines, right? So the battery. So let us hear from the students.
So hello everyone. In nowadays we are using electric vehicle on most of the cases. The electric vehicle usages are increasing day by day. So in an electric vehicle, the most of the issues we are facing is charging. So one of the charging system is as well as Sir said, regenerative braking system. So now I am here to tell another system that is trying to implement in an EV vehicle, that was solar mounted roofs. So we are generating the electricity by solar panels for our home usages and also in industries. Now the automobile industries are implementing the solar panels into the cars. So in this development, the roof of the cars are fitted by the solar panels. So in the car moving in the daytime, we are generating the electricity from UV rays of sun. So it will touch on the roof of the car, it will generate electricity. So the other flow of the electricity is same as well as regenerative braking. It have a BMS system to control the charging and decharging the battery, and also it have another controller system to control in between the gap of the solar panels and also the BMS. Thank you.
So since there are lots of charging infrastructures, there is also a method where the cars can be charged while running on the road. The modern cars are equipped with chargers like wireless chargers, where you will charge our phone using magnetic induction concept. Same as that, our cars can be charged as phones. It works like when the magnetic induction pads, like there are pads like charging grids in Sweden is already testing the wireless roads, and also South Korea is also testing the wireless roads where the cars can be charged using concept of magnetic induction. Thank you.
So one of the different method considering the idea of introducing the different recovery systems. So one of the method is energy efficient method, energy efficient in the EV vehicles. So to improve this efficiency, we'll be using a regenerative braking system or thermal system, and I'm now focusing on the suspension system. So normally how the suspension movements work is when you're driving a vehicle, when it is go to the heaps and the peaks of the road, when it travels, the tire moves around somehow it disturbs the vibration, it expansion and the compression will takes place. So to reduce this, normally in EV vehicle they'll be using shock absorbers, which is dampers or something. So some energy will be wasted, that energy will be regenerating to the electrical energy. That is the main concept. So but in normal EV vehicle it is wasted as heat in the form of damper. So this converting that suspension movement into the electrical energy, and that will be stored in the batteries. So the main thing in this regenerative suspension system is the energy recovery system, and which will improve the efficiency of the EV vehicles. Thank you.
I'm here to explain the regenerative braking system used in the aircraft. Similar to the automobile application, during landing the aircraft also loses energy, and this energy can be converted into electricity and can be used for onboard electrical appliances. Currently this idea is not implemented, but fellow researchers are doing research, and hopefully it will be applied in the future.
So as we discussed in our today's lecture, if you see this case study, right, the energy generation methods, one we discussed about the ceiling fan example, right? So I am just concluding with the closing remarks. So ceiling fan, if you provide energy, it will rotate, and if you stop energy, what happens? It independently rotates for certain time and it goes rest, right? So when it independently rotates, that rotary movement can be used for generating electricity. The same principle is used in the cars, that is called regenerative braking. So this regenerative braking, while generating the electricity, that is used to charge the batteries. The another example, as she told, right? So she told about the suspension, right? So this suspension is also one of the important factor, because whenever the vehicle moves, our topic is automobile, right? Our course, right? So when the vehicle gets moving on the road, what happens due to uneven road surface? What happens? The suspension needs to get compressed or expand according to the road condition. It may be ups or it can be a bumps, right? So whatever it is. So what happens? This energy is not utilized properly. So this is damped, or it can be lost as in the form of heat, right? So that can also be used, as she told about the aircraft, right? What is your example? Aircraft?
Landing system.
Yes, this aircraft landing system is also one of the example of energy generation. And the last but least, as Mukilan told, the induction charging. Nowadays, if you see all the vehicles in automobile, they are equipped with the induction charging, which means it does not require any wire. If you place your mobile on the certain place, what happens is because of the magnetic effect, the electricity is charged inside the mobile battery, right? So this is one of the evolving technology. So if this kind of technologies are evolved, and the future will be in a different way, right? So for this we conclude with the energy generating methods, and we will meet in the next lecture. Thank you.